Okay, good. So, as I was saying, so copywriting is, I said I loved uh, Wisdom's definition. It's just writing or speaking. It can be whether written, whether spoken word, like to compel people to take whatever action it is you want them to take. So as I said, it can be to like a post, follow a post, via a landing page. But in our own case now, we are direct response writers. So what we do is we run ads directly to make people buy. Do you understand? So first, now that we know what copywriting is and we know how important it is, before we can start writing our copy, we need to know something first, and that is how to identify our customer avatar. So, it be Michael disturbing us. It be Michael. Some people are not here. Some people are not here at all. At all. I don't know why you applied when you are not. Please, anybody that disturbs me and this thing, I'll put the person in waiting room. Because for you to unmute your mic and just start speaking, that means you are not really here. You just attended the meeting and you are doing something else. Okay, so let's proceed. So one thing you should know is like before you write your copy, you need to be able to identify your customer avatar. And these are some of the important things you should know. Like, what is your avatar's age? Okay, we can also call this like your target audience. This called your customer avatar. They can also be called your target audience. So what is your avatar's age? What is his dream and desire? What does a day in his or her life look like? What is your avatar's preferred form of communication? And where does your avatar congregate? So to make this easy and for you guys to understand well, like I wrote like 3 examples here. So first of all, like the first example is like a football fan. So somebody who is going to speak and try, and you just say, okay, an average football fan, what is the person's age? What is the person's dream and desire? What does a day in an average football fan's life look like? What is the person's preferred form of communication? And like where do people like that, where do they congregate? So somebody should try. Who wants to try? Who wants to try? Guys,
Okay.
can you hear me?
Come again with your
I think you should explain it again a little bit for us, sir.
Okay. I said, but can you guys hear me? That's what I want to confirm first.
Yeah, we are listening.
Yeah, you can hear you.
So I said one thing you should be able to do first. Well, before you can begin writing your copy, because okay, you need to know what am I writing to. You need to understand your market first. You need to know who your customer avatar is. You need to know who your customer avatar is. They can also be called the people in your target audience. Do you understand? And for you to know them, these are some of the few questions you need to start from first. Like, what is their age? What age range do they span across? What is their dream and desires? What does somebody like that, what does a day in his or her life look like? And what is the person's preferred form of communication? And where do they congregate? Where can you find them? Where can you find them? So to make this thing like for you guys to understand better, like you are going to identify a customer avatar that is just like an average football fan. So somebody should try.
hello. So my name is
Yeah.
Samuel. So in
Are
identify
you
all these
using
questions,
earpiece? Sharif Din Sani, are you using earpiece?
yes, I am using one.
Please disconnect it. If you are in meetings, guys, anytime you are in meeting, most times you are using earpiece, people won't hear you well. So you have
So
to disconnect it.
Can you hear me well, sir?
Yeah, I can hear you well now.
Hello?
I can hear you well. Go on, go on.
Okay, so I'm trying to say that now to identify the customer avatar for a football,
Yeah.
the avatar age will be around, I think, from 20 to 50 years. And
Okay.
his or her dream or desire for his or her club who or she is desire that the club will carry a trophy.
Okay.
And what do our day look like? I think his or her day will be sport oriented. I don't know. The person will have to go through sports. And their preferred communication is either when they are in this stage, when they are in the stadium, they communicate orally or they communicate with each other on social media. And where do they congregate? The last question is they congregate at the stadium.
Okay, that's a good one. That's a good one. Somebody else should try. Now, somebody else should try. You can mute your mic now, Sherry, please, Sunny.
Okay, the avatar's age is let's say 25. What is his dreams or her desire? To be a footballer.
Are you
Then what?
sure? And I said an average football fan.
Okay, his dreams can be to meet the footballer now, one of his dreams, or it can be anything. It can be a worker, it can be a barber, anything. Then what does a day in his life look like? Going to work, coming back, and also going to stadium, attending football matches. What is the preferred form of communication? Social media is is one of the most important tools in form of communication,
Okay.
and where they congregate at work, also at stadiums.
Okay, all right. That's a good one. Let me just explain. I don't want us to, we've already wasted time. Our network broke. So
I want to try.
Yeah, there are other examples. You can try those ones. I just want us to move, like time has already gone and we've not really covered a lot. So if you look, what is your avatar's age? For an average football fan, does not start from 20. Personally, me, I started watching ball from probably age 7, and I'm still watching ball till now. And God give me long life, I'll most likely still watch till my last breath. So it can be from like age 7 down to age 90 something. Then what is his dream and desires? That's where I think Sonny made mistake. His dream and desire is majorly to see his team win trophies. Okay, seeing stars can be extra bonus, but that's not, a lot of them know they will not really meet the stars. So see his team winning the best trophies, see his teams winning, defeating rivals. Like a Chelsea fan now, if a Man U is playing, you can never see a Chelsea fan wishing Man U to win. Do you understand? So that's part of his dream and desires, to see his team do well, to see his rival teams perform poorly. Do you understand? So, guys, can you still hear me?
Yes, sir.
Yes,
Yes,
we
I
can.
can hear you. That's very on
Okay,
point.
good.
Yes, sir. I can hear you, sir.
Okay, good. What does a day in this our life look like? Today now, there's Champions League, for example. An average football fan will go and watch Champions League. Do you understand? So a lot of them will be on the internet now, scrolling through possible team lineups, who is injured, who is not injured, who will most likely play, who will not play. Some of them will be on YouTube forums, some of them will be on football podcasts, watching the match analysis. So that's what a day in an average football fan looks like. Do you understand? What is their preferred form of communication? Excuse me. Their preferred form of communication majorly is social media and orally too. Orally too counts. Yeah, that's their preferred form of communication. Then where do they congregate? I'm surprised that some of you missed this. A lot of them congregate in viewing centers, bars, places where they can watch match, newspaper stand for all those ones that don't really use smartphone. Newspaper stand where they sell all these sports news. Do you guys understand? Guys, do you understand?
Yeah.
Yeah, so that's how
Yes,
you
yes.
identify your customer avatar. So for us to move faster, I would have still explained better, but I want us to move faster. But I know you guys understand with this example. So another example I wrote here, because not everybody watches ball. Another example I wrote here is Big Brother Naija. So who wants to try for Big Brother Naija? I think I'll prefer a lady. Then there's another example, K-drama. If you watch Big Brother Naija, you can just you can just go ahead and try, or you raise your hand and try. Who wants to try? Dorcas Timothy, you don't watch.
I'll try Big Brother Naija. Can I?
Okay, all right. Try Big Brother Naija. Go on. No, I don't want you. Shall been Sonny? No, I don't want you. I want somebody else.
He said this is not Sonny. Oh.
Sonny, mute your mic now. Who is speaking?
This is Basi.
So how
Basi.
Yes.
Okay, let the lady try. I want the ladies to try. No lady has spoken since. Okay, please say your name before, if you want to. Say your name before you go ahead.
So from the first one, the avatar's age. The
You didn't
person
say your
should
name.
be
Say your name. I don't know what's happening.
said
You
I'm-
guys are not picking up to the first thing.
I said
Yeah,
I'm
what's your name?
Victoria.
Victoria. Okay,
Omore.
Victoria Moran. Yeah, go on, please.
The avatar's age should be like from 17 years and above.
Okay.
Then
What is
his or her dream,
dream and desire?
our dreams and desire is to see the person she likes win.
Yeah, good. So go on.
The days in her life will be like she'll be constantly on the television, like watching the set if she has a free time, or using her phone to watch it online
Okay, yeah,
when she
that's
has a
good.
spare time.
Yeah.
What is their preferred form of communication? That will be online, maybe Facebook actually.
Okay, social media generally, but that's a good one.
Social media, yes. Where do they congregate? Like in their house?
No, you are getting this one wrong. It doesn't have to be physically. You said, okay, you said their platform of communication is social media. So where do they congregate?
Social media, maybe on the person's
Exactly.
post.
But for example, now somebody that's a good one. Well done. So let me just quickly come in. So what is their age? The truth is the age, they might just say it is 18 plus and this thing. But when I was in school, from like junior secondary school, a lot of people were already watching it from then. Some were 11, some were 12, and they were already watching it from then. And up to like mostly older people of now don't watch it. So I would say probably 40, up to like from teenage years down to 40. So that's like the age. Then what's his person's dream and desire? They want to see their favorite what do they call them, housemates win, or their favorite relationship stay for long in the show. Then what does a day in his or her life look like? They are constantly scrolling through social media. They are watching the Big Brother Naija channel to get update on what's going on. What's their preferred form of communication? Social media, majorly Twitter, but other social media too are part of it. Then where do they congregate? You see them under Twitter threads. You see them under comments of people tweeting about it. So it's still it is still social medias, but you need to know where exactly on social media. And the reason why it is important to identify your customer avatar is so that, number one, you can know the kind of message that you put in front of them that you'll be able to connect with emotionally. Number two, so that you can know where you can find them. So another example I wrote here, because I also know not everybody watches Big Brother Naija, but one way or the other, you fall amongst these three examples. So the last example is K-drama fans. So who wants to try for K-drama fans? That's a Korean.
I will try for K-drama. My
Okay,
name
try.
is Dorcas Timothy. Okay, my name is Dorcas Timothy.
Okay,
For
Dorcas
the
Timothy, try for
avatar,
K-drama.
yeah, for the avatars,
I can't hear you again.
age should be around 14. That's from secondary school, 14 above. Then,
yeah.
can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you. Continue. I can hear you.
Okay. Then for the avatar's age is 14 plus. That's from secondary school. Then
Yeah.
his or her dreams and desire we'll be seeing his favorite person in acting as a lead role in most
Yeah,
of the movies, and then
that's a good
what
one.
is our day life looks like. We'll always checking the internet for latest movies that
Yeah,
is our favorite person is acting, and then preferred form of communication, social media, let's say Telegram and
yeah, Telegram. A
Facebook,
lot of
Instagram,
K-dramas are on Telegram.
and then where they congregate groups in
Okay,
Telegram.
good. That's a good one. So yeah, that's a good one. If you look at it, the age is for most likely to a lot of most Korean drama fans are ladies. Me too, I watch K-dramas, but me, I'm not like all that crazy over them like that. But most of the biggest fans are ladies. And from like their teenage years down to I don't know, down to now, maybe I'll say ladies in their 30s now. They are those you'll find a lot of people in that age range that are K-drama fans. Then as Doc has said, what is their dream and desires? They want to see their favorite actors, their favorite actors in acting some new movies. Like Lee Min-ho now. If Lee Min-ho should act another K-drama series now, a lot of people go and watch it straight up because it is Lee Min-ho that is acting it. Then what does a day in his or her life look like? Yeah, they are constantly checking to see if there's any updates, if there's any new series that is interesting. They watch a lot of maybe TikTok pages around Korean movies and check reviews of interesting ones too they can watch. What is their preferred form of communication? You can find them on Telegram pages where they share a lot of Korean this thing where they upload a lot of Korean movies. You can find them there, like Telegram, anywhere, pages about fan pages for Korean movies. So where do they congregate? Or same thing, you can find them on all those pages about Korean movies. You can find them on a lot of Korean movies Telegram pages. Then there's this website. Docas, I don't know if you know this website, inkiri.com.
I think I know it.
Yeah, that website is a website for where you can get Korean movies. So you'll be able to find them too there. As I said, the reason why it is important to know all this is so that when you want to run your ad, you know the kind of message you put in front of your audience and you know the right place to market to them. So that's why all this now that I'm showing you, all this that we've discussed is important. So please, if you have any question, just write it down at the end of the class for today. You ask your question. So there will not be any delay. So now, after you've identified your customer avatar, what then? What then do you do? You begin to write your copy. But before that, you should know that when you want to write your copy, you start from there's a part of the copy that is the most important part of a copy. But before I discuss that with you, let me show you guys this image. So looking at this image, guys, let me put it on full screen so everybody will see it well. So looking at this image, guys, look at this image. Why is it not going to? Yeah. So look at this image, guys. Can you hear me, guys?
Yes. We're looking at
Yeah.
the love.
So can you tell me what this book is about? If you want, can you tell me what this book is about? Who can tell me what this book is about?
Ibrahim Hamsuddin Salihu. The book is about romance.
Romance, okay, that's a good one. Who spoke now? Please be telling me your names.
Ibrahim Hamsuddin Salihu.
Okay, Ibrahim Samsudin Salihu. That's a good one. Romance. Somebody else should try.
It's about your love life. My name is Good
Your name is
Luck.
Good Luck. The reason why I'm asking you to say your name first is so that normally anybody that is speaking will come like to the first set of people on Zoom participants, but you guys are not coming up. So that's why I need to know your name. Okay, so it's about love. Somebody else should try.
My name
Good
is
morning.
Igo Kabaden Ezekiel.
Your name is
Good
Ezekiel. Okay, go on.
Igo Kabaden. I think the book is all about love and feelings.
It's about love and feelings. Okay, a lady
Yes,
was
sir.
speaking.
So, good morning. My name is Esther. I think
Yes.
the book is about, it's not just about love, but it's about finding out things on people around you, your friends, their birthday, what it speaks about them, and all of that.
Okay, all right. So that's a good attempt, guys. So if you are, for example, if you are working in I know bookshop, is it bookshop or bookstore they call it now? I know it's not really a thing again in this generation. You don't really find a lot of bookshop or bookstore, I don't know. But let's just take, for example, you are walking, like you are walking with your foot, with your feet in a bookstore, and then you come across this book. Is this book something that will draw your attention that you want to read?
Yes.
Okay. Yes. Who else wants to answer? Is this something that will draw your attention that you want to read?
Yeah, yes.
Okay. Who else? Who else? The person that is answering now, if it is yes, you want to answer, tell me why it will draw your attention. Like why you
Good morning.
Okay. Good morning. Yeah.
My name is Ayo.
Okay, Ayo.
It will
Yes.
catch my attention because when you look at the combination of words the writer used, astrology, logical, and love, they are like three things that you find very hard to combine together. How does astrology have to do with love? There's no logical term to love because love is basically, people feel like love is basically emotion. So those three words alone would want to captivate your mind to read what the book is all about.
Okay, all right. A lady was speaking soon now. Please go on.
I would say yes because
Is that Esther? Esther or
yes,
Esther? Yeah, go on.
I'd say yes because the write-up on the cover page is quite relatable. You want to know more about yourself, so you have to read the book to be really sure if the person gets you that much or you'd understand better. And that's it.
Okay, all right. That's good. So to be honest, me, if I'm working in a bookstore or bookshop and I see this book, it can never ever draw my attention to read. Not because I'm not interested in it, but because to me the title is not catchy enough. Okay, now look at this book now. Can you all see this book?
Yes, I will
Yes,
read
we
this one.
can.
I'll read this one, sir. I'll read this
Yes,
one.
we can see it, man.
Exactly. Can you see? I'm not even asking question.
Yes,
All of you are already saying yes, you read it. Do you know that do you know this book here? This book with red cover, How to Satisfy a Woman Every Time and Have Her Beg for More, is the same book here. So what happened? Let me explain quickly. So Nora Aiden, the woman that wrote this book, when she wrote this book, she titled it Astrological Love. And then she published 5,000 copies. But in the first year, she struggled to sell just 2,000 copies. And because of that, the following year, she had to give out the remaining 3,000 copies for just 99 cents. So she took a massive loss on the book. So what then happened? A New York publisher saw this book and read it and saw that, wow, the content in this book is actually very good and it will help a lot of people. But then the title is not catchy enough. So what then did that New York publisher do? The New York publisher reached out to Nora Aiden. This is the woman's picture. This is Nora Aiden. Yeah. He reached out to Nora Aiden and he was like, okay, like, I want to buy the rights to this book and then we'll share the profit together. And what did he do? He bought the right to the book. He did not change anything inside. What did he change? He only changed the title. And he changed this book, Astrological Love, he changed it to this title, How to Satisfy a Woman Every Time and Have Her Beg for More. The first and only book that tells you exactly how. And this book that was struggling to sell 2,000 copies, this book sold 2.3 million copies in 18 months. Why? Who can tell me why?
Because
it's
of the
obvious.
title.
The answer is exactly because of the title.
The copywriting was interesting, yeah.
Exactly, because of the title. So one thing you should know in copywriting is that's why I showed you first. I showed you the most important part of a copy, and that's the title. So the title in this case, since we are not writing a book, the title is like the headline for us. Do you understand? So that's the most important copy. For a book that was struggling to sell 2,000 copies in 1 year to sell 18 million, as 2.3 million in just 18 months, when the title was changed alone, it should show you how powerful copywriting is. Do you understand me? So now when you, after you've written your copy, excuse me, now you know that, okay, the title is the most important part of a copyright. So before you can then start writing, you already know the first step is, okay, I need to write a good title. You don't need to write it first always, but that's the first thing that will come. So you know, okay, I need to write a good title. But before you can then proceed, I've showed you how to identify your customer avatar, and I showed you, okay, the most important part of a copy. So now, because you are writing for Janice, you need to understand a Janice customer avatar. So majorly, we sell 3 products. We have other secondary products, but majorly we sell 3 products. So most likely you guys will fall under any of those 3 groups. A group that sells a product for diabetes, a group that sells a product for high blood pressure, a group that sells a product for arthritis. If you don't know what arthritis is, that's severe joint pain, especially the ones that older people feel. So now, these are the things, just the same way you answered all these questions for identify your customer avatar. These are the questions you answer for identifying the Janice customer avatar. Like, what pain is the person going through physically? Let's say it's an high blood pressure, this thing, somebody suffering from high blood pressure. What pain? What has the high blood pressure caused the person physically? What has that same high blood pressure, what has it caused the person psychologically? That can also be emotionally. What has the person used trying to get rid of this high blood pressure and the pain they are feeling? What has the person let go of in trying to get rid of the pain? Do you understand? This one can be habits, it can be food, it can be anything. How has the pain affected the person's lifestyle? Like the condition the person is feeling, that's the pain. What is the person's desire? What does the person wish for? Where do people like that congregate, and what is their age? So now, you guys will try for diabetes, you try for high blood pressure, then you now try for arthritis. So who wants to go first, and which one can you try for? Which one do you want to try for?
I'll try for diabetes.
Please, your name, please.
Ubong.
Okay, Ubong Basi. Yeah, please go on. You want to try for diabetes, right?
Yes.
Okay, that's good. So go on.
I want to try for high blood pressure. Sorry.
Okay, high blood pressure. No wala. Go on.
So what pain they go to physically? When they suffer high blood pressure, they tend to be very, very stressed out easily.
Okay.
Then what pain?
They tend to be stressed out easy. But if you look at it, stressed out physical. Is it physical pain?
Physical pain. Okay, if it is a physical pain, it will be like breaking body. To walk.
Please mute your mic. Who is speaking and disturbing us? If you are not speaking, mute your mic.
Speaking. Like
no, I know it is you. Somebody was disturbing us. Go on, Ubong.
Now, if you're talking about physical pain, it's like they might not be able to walk a long distance. You get?
Yeah.
You will not be able to walk long. You have issues with your legs.
Are you speaking for arthritis or for high blood pressure?
For high blood pressure.
Okay, continue.
Then it's a psychological effect that now make them stressed. They'll now be on bed rest. They'll now be laid on bed rest and so on.
Okay, go on. Just go on and answer everything.
Then what have they used trying to get rid of the pain? Okay, they must have used other drugs. I would not like to mention, but they must have used other drugs, which I wouldn't really know what is in their mind, what they really used. Then what they have what have they let go of trying to get rid of their pain? A lot of money. They have let go a lot of money to get rid of the
No,
pain.
no. That was why I gave you example. I knew you guys will make mistake here. Like, what have they let go of? Like habits, like food, like things like that. Do you understand? Like things they cannot do because they have
Okay,
high blood pressure. You
they've
get?
let go of work. They've let go of work.
Okay.
Then how has the pain affected the lifestyle? If they've let go of work, it will affect them actually.
Please, who is disturbing us now? I'm coming. Please. Please, anybody that unmutes his mic and disturb us again, I'll put the person in waiting room. Because it shows that you are not here. You just joined with your phone. Continue, Ubong Basi.
How the pain has affected, they have affected their lifestyle because maybe they have become broke because of they've let go their work.
Okay.
So it
Yeah.
affected them financially. Okay, so what is their desire? Their desire right now will be to have a product that will help them reduce the high blood pressure, that will not let them let go of important things to them. Where do they congregate? Okay, they congregate in online, Facebook, then pharmacy. You see. Then what is their age? Their age is ranging from 30 upwards.
Okay, 30 upwards. Let me see. Okay, yeah, that's a good one. That's a good one. I would have taken another person for high blood pressure. Sheriff, this is Sunny. Maybe you do another one. But let me just explain again for high blood pressure. So you missed some things. So what has the pain caused them physically? Like, don't think too far. Do you understand? I will show you guys how you can get some of these questions answered if you don't know. But for now, what has the pain caused them physically? I'll just give you a few. People that have high blood pressure, they experience things like shortness of breath, sometimes blurry vision, sometimes chest tightness, sometimes intense chest pain. Those are some physical pains they go through because they have high blood pressure. Do you get? Emotionally, they are always in constant worry, scared that they are again, and put them at risk of heart attack. Do you understand? Guys, can you hear me?
Yes, we can. Yes, we can.
Okay,
Yes.
good. So that's part of what the pain has caused them psychologically, emotionally too. What have they used trying to get rid of the pain? A lot of them have used a lot of concussions, a lot of medicines, metformin, insulin, a lot of things that have claimed that they will help them get rid of their high blood pressure. So what have they let go of trying to get rid of the pain? I thought this one was going to be easy, but maybe it's just because it was somebody that answered. If you notice, a lot of older people, they can't eat salty food. And why is that? Because they are scared that it will spike up their blood pressure. They can't eat salty food. They can't just eat food with Maggi anyhow. A lot of them, they go to parties, if they offer them food, because they know party food is always well seasoned or over seasoned itself. They will say they don't want. That's how it has affected their lifestyle. Do you understand? That's an example of how it has affected their lifestyle. They can't eat the things they just eat anyhow before. Then if you go back to this again, what have they let go of again? A lot of them, they can't work under sun. Can't work under sun because that will spike up their high blood pressure again. So, okay, I've done this, how it has affected their lifestyle. They can't eat things they eat before easily. They can't do things they do before. Maybe the person was somebody that they enjoy playing with his kids before. The person will be able to do it as well as maybe when he was younger. So what is the person's desire and what does the person wish for? This one is very simple. The person's desire is just to get rid of the high blood pressure and normalize the blood pressure. So where do they congregate? They congregate in places where they can find potential solutions. So you might see them in Facebook forums for older people with high blood pressure. You can find them in comment section of authority figures, like in the high blood pressure industry, of medical doctors, Facebook comment sections of authority figures. Do you understand? What is their age? Majorly, high blood pressure, people are having it younger now. So I'll say 30 plus, just as Ubongbasi said. So that's that for high blood pressure. So Sherifdeen, you were raising your hand. So try for which one do you want to try for?
Yeah. I wanted to try for the ulcer.
No, I said we have 3 major products. We have ulcer too, but you won't be in an ulcer group when you start. Well, you can be going to it. So now we have diabetes and arthritis.
No problem. I think that's the one I should just mute the mic. That's the one I'm kind of prepared for. I guess.
Familiar with. Okay, all right. Who wants to try for diabetes and who wants to try for arthritis?
I will try for diabetes.
Is that Dr. Timothy?
Yes, sir.
Okay, yeah, try for diabetes.
Okay, for what pain are they going through physically? Let me say, for example, if a diabetic patient is being injured or have a deep wound, the wound will heal. And then what the pain causes them psychologically, they're scared of the pain getting healed immediately. They're scared of the wound being healed immediately, and sometimes they're emotionally down, always thinking
I
of
didn't get
possible
your
way
first
out.
point. You said somebody with diabetes, the wound will heal like immediately,
No,
or
like
it won't heal immediately.
it won't heal immediately, to take time before the wound
Okay,
heals.
yeah, I just wanted to be sure. Okay, continue.
Okay, what the pain has caused them psychologically, they'll be scared of how long it will take the wound to heal, and then they'll be emotionally down, always thinking. And then what have they used trying to get rid of their pain? They've used, as you said earlier, concussion, trying to get this one will come. Have you tried this? Trying to mix different things to see a possible way out. What have they let go of trying to get rid of their pain? Okay, they have let go of a lot of things. For example, okay, let me say diabetic patients, they don't eat food with carbohydrates. Let's say Gary, they don't eat Gary. Rather, they substitute it for wheat or semovita, stuff like that.
Yeah.
And then how has the pain affected their lifestyle? For example, if they should go out to party, anyway, they don't take let's say soft drink because of the sugar. Carbonated drinks, let me just like that. They don't take they don't, so they will just, it has kind of affected their lifestyle in that way. And then their desire and their wish, of course, to see a solution to their problem, to find possible solution to their problems. And then where they congregate, as you said, the comment section on the, okay, let's say for example now ad talking about getting healed of diabetes. I know diabetes can be cured, like, but at least there's something you can use to maintain it. So you see them under comment sections like that. And then their age range. Okay, before diabetics was for older people, but now it tends to come up to the younger generation because of the type of food they eat and the rest of it. Even pregnant women also are prone to the diabetics and the rest of it.
Okay, all right. That's a very good one. Ernest, I saw you raising your hand, so maybe you do for arthritis. I don't want us to waste so much time. Time has already gone. So, just as I said, that's a very good point. So, but there are other things people with diabetes suffer from. So, what pain are they going through physically? Just as I explained for high blood pressure, some high blood pressure and diabetes, they are similar. Like some of the symptoms are similar. So, somebody with, as Doc has said, somebody with diabetes, if they get injured, it takes time for the wound to heal compared to a normal person that does not have. Another thing is they experience blurry vision. Shortness of breath too, constant fatigue, back pain. Which other one do they experience? So frequent urination. So those are some of the physical pains they go through. Do you understand? Some of them too cannot perform with their wives, especially men, the men that have it. Then what has the pain caused them psychologically? Imagine, for example, the men that can't perform with their wife, you might think about what will be going through their mind. Do you understand? Think about someone that is always urinating frequently. They are not in control of their life. They can't control their bladder. You get? Which other one again? Somebody that is having back pain because of diabetes too. The person will be in constant pain. The person will be struggling to sleep at night because of the back pains he's feeling. So which other one? What have they used trying to get rid of their pain? Majorly, a lot of them have used a lot of concussions. Agbo Jedi is one common one. If you are not Yoruba here, you might not know. But if you stay in Lagos, you might know, even though you are not Yoruba. Agbo Jedi is one common one they use. They use some other pills. They use some other medicines too. Then what have they let go of trying to get rid of their pain? Just as Doc has said, they can't eat sugary things. They can't eat carbohydrates like that. They can't eat yam, rice anyhow. They can't drink garri anyhow. Because it will raise their blood sugar level again, which is not healthy for them. How has pain affected their lifestyle? They see, for example, now everybody in their house, maybe they're having, okay, very soon now we'll get to festive period. Christmas, New Year is coming. Everybody will be eating sugary things, taking soft drink, eating whatever they want to eat. Somebody with diabetes will not be able to eat it. So it won't be, he will feel alone. You understand? It will be sad. He will be watching his diet when everybody's just eating what they want. So what is their desire? This one is very simple, just to have a normal blood sugar level. Where do they congregate? They congregate in potential places where they can find people like them, that they can rub minds together, or they can get solutions. So you find them in Facebook forums for diabetes patients, for places like Naira Land where they can ask questions, places like comment section of maybe medical experts, and places like that. What is their age? Now, younger people are having diabetes. It might not be as severe as older people, but to me, I'll still say it's still like 30 plus. So 30 upward. So that is that. So now let's go to arthritis. Who wants to try for arthritis?
Let me
Okay, let me try for arthritis.
Okay, who is that?
My name
I'm
is
taking only one person. NS, okay, you've been raising your hand. Who is
I'll
that?
try for arthritis.
I can try. Join,
I'm
Kara.
trying. Ernest.
NS, okay, let NS go. You've been raising your hand since, so go, Ernest.
Okay, thank you. What pain are they going through physically?
I can't hear you again, Ernest.
Normally, arthritis is caused by, it's an inflammation. Physically, you can see arthritis point in the body. So physically, they might be going through normal pain that somebody will feel when you get injured on your leg or on any part of your body. They might be going through such physical pains like swelling of the knee and elbows. What does the pain cause them psychologically? Now, it will bring down their self-esteem psychologically, because when they see people doing what they used to do before and they can no longer do, it will take them back. It will make them to just be low. It will bring their self-esteem. Then it will they'll start thinking of their inabilities. They'll start reflecting on what they could do and they can no longer do, and such. It brings them their low self-esteem down. What have they used trying to get rid of the pain? They might have used so many concussions, all those agbo jedi pains, been to other local
I can't hear you
herbalists
again.
who they all maybe it's network.
Okay, go on.
Can you
Go
hear
on.
me
I can hear you now. Yeah, I had local herbalists. That was what I had last.
Yeah, they go to
Well, but
local
the thing is,
herbalists.
for an average Nigerian sees an herbalist as some like witch doctor. So you can just say, what else they call them?
Native
I
doctor.
don't know what else they call herbalist. No. Like an average Nigerian sees an herbalist as the native doctor, and I don't want. There's a term they call them. You can just say, God. Like people that make local medicines.
Local medicine and herbs.
I think it's alternative drugs.
Yeah, exactly. Alternative drugs. That's the word for all these things. Okay, so continue.
What they have let go of trying to get rid of it, you discover that most times they will let go of some food that will affect, that fight against their calcium content in their body system, that fight against their bones, some sugary food and the rest. They have to let go of them in order to reduce the pain that they are going through. How has the pain affected their lifestyle? Imagine if the person was a sports person, the person likes going jogging every morning or likes to play football or volleyball. The person becomes handicapped because of what? Of the arthritis that is going through. So they can't do such thing. They can't socialize. They can't go for parties, see their party people again, because even though they go, they'll just sit down and be looking at everybody like a television. So they have to let go of such lifestyles. What is their desire and what do they wish for? Of course, they will desire towards to be back on their feet again. They will desire towards to be able to do what they can see their friends, what they can see other people do, to be able to do what they can do again, to go jogging in the morning, for example, to play football and to do the rest. They will desire to get well as soon as possible. And where do they congregate? You see that most times they follow orthopedics hospital, they follow their news line to see if they have got any new medicine. They follow the pages of doctors and the rest so that they can get well again. So you find them mostly on social media or on hospitals, see them visiting hospitals daily to see if they have a cure. Then what is their age? I can say from 30 and above, they can suffer from arthritis. Thank you, sir.
Okay, all right. That's a good one. So let me just explain this too. So one thing about arthritis is more straightforward than diabetes and high blood pressure. Arthritis is just joint pain. It's majorly caused by when the cartilages of the joints, they don't give enough cushion like they were given maybe when the person was younger or when the person's joints was more healthier. So because of that, the joints will be rubbing more against themselves and the person will be feeling much more back pain. So now, what pain do they go through physically? Is just very simple. Back pain, lower back pain, especially knee pain. They feel pain on their wrists, their shoulders, almost every part of their body. Anywhere you can find joints, most people with arthritis feel pain there. So that's physical pain they go through. Then what has pain caused them psychologically? A lot of them, they can't move around easily like they do. They struggle to climb staircases. If you see somebody with arthritis, to cross road is wahala. To climb staircases, you see, staircase that you climb within 7 seconds, they can be there 8 minutes. They'll be struggling to walk because they are in intense joint pain. So that's the major pain they go through psychologically is the fact that they feel they are almost crippled and they will become a burden to those around them. Some people have arthritis and so they can't even bathe on their own. People have to carry them from bed and go and bathe them. So that's how bad it is. Some of them struggle to sleep at night because of intense joint pain. What have they used trying to get rid of the pain? They use a lot of agbo, they use a lot of painkillers. But one common thing they use a lot in Nigeria is balms and creams. Things like Rob, things like Aboniki, they use those very well too. What have they let go of trying to get rid of their pain? A lot of them, they can't do some physical activities they used to do easily before. They can't do a lot of physical activities they used to do easily before. How has the pain affected their lifestyle? As I said, they can't move around. A lot of them are stuck on wheelchairs. A lot of them they need help to move around in their houses. Okay, the ones that their cases are not so severe, they can't even bend down. So let's say somebody like maybe remote just falls, they will need to call somebody to help them pick maybe remote or just one small item because they can't bend their back. They're in intense pain. What is their desire and what do they wish for? Simple. They don't want to feel any joint pain anymore. They want LD joints. Where do they congregate? They congregate in places where they can find people similar to them, Facebook groups and forums. Maybe seminars are organized for people like that. You see them there. Comment section of medical experts. That's another place. What is their age? Majorly, it is majorly older people that suffer from severe arthritis. Although some people start having signs from a young age, but you see that severe one is older people. So I'll still say 30 plus, just like everything. So yeah, so that is it for the 3 conditions. So now once you're able to like this is how to identify your customer avatar, but it is not every time you know these things offhand. You need to you need to try and look for places where you can get all these questions answered. Because okay, for example, if I ask you to write something about what's this condition, some of you hepatitis, some of you don't know what that is, so you need to carry out a lot of research, you understand? But then the good thing is that copywriting research is not something that is so hard. Do you get? So now, before you can begin, the way you can get these questions answered is through carrying out your research. And these are some of the platforms and forums you can use to carry out your research. So you can use Google, you can use Quora, Reddit, Nairaland. Do you guys know Quora, Reddit, and Nairaland? Guys, can you hear me?
Yes,
No, we cannot. Amen.
No,
Yeah.
sir.
Yes, boss,
You
we can
don't,
hear you.
you don't
Yes,
know Quora.
I know Reddit.
You guys
I
don't know
know
Quora,
Reddit.
Reddit. You know Reddit. Do you know
Yes.
Nairaland and Quora?
No, I don't know that. I think Nairaland is
Yeah,
like a
yeah, yeah. We know
website.
this thing.
Okay, the thing is, see, if you know just one of these is enough. They are just forums for people to like share their thoughts on different things. Do you understand? So those are one of the best places to carry out your research. You get? So you see a lot of people's first-hand experiences of the condition they are suffering. That will get some of these your questions answered. You get? Imagine someone talking about his high blood pressure condition on Nairaland, for example, and he was saying, when I checked my blood pressure reading this morning, it was so. I'm honestly tired of using all these pills and everything. I've been feeling this kind of pain since so. You get those who get a lot of these questions that I showed you earlier to get them answered. So Google, everybody knows Google, everybody knows YouTube. Like YouTube too is just, you can find a lot of videos of people sharing their personal experiences. Like there was one time I wanted to write an hepatitis copy. I honestly didn't know what that was about. I went to YouTube, I watched like one man's video. So it was like a 40 minutes interview. He was saying like he struggled with hepatitis and everything. And because of that, I was able to come up with a good copy because of that research. Then you can use ChatGPT or any other AI tool for good research. Everybody knows ChatGPT now, or whatever AI tool you use. So you can just tell ChatGPT, let's say you can't find something, you can say, you can say something like, what are the physical pains? Or give me 20 physical pains somebody with high blood pressure would be going through. You get? So Facebook groups and forums too are places where you can get answers, as I've been saying since. Influencers comment sessions. These influencers are authority figures in that field concerning that condition they are struggling with. So live events and listening to your audience, this is the number one. This is the best. See, there's nothing that beats listening to your audience physically. Let's say you want to write a copy for diabetes now. If you have somebody around you that is struggling with diabetes, you already know the person struggled, what the person cannot eat, what the person is always scared of and everything. Even from their speeches, you will know this. And if the person is opening to answer your questions, you can just speak with the person and be able to write a very, very good copy for this thing. So this is number one. I would say this is number one for everything, but it is not every time you can easily find this. You get? So these are other forums you can use to get your questions answered. So yeah, so let's proceed. So do you guys know how to use all these tools that I showed you, all these forums, all these platforms?
Yes, sir.
Yeah, good. That's good.
Yeah.
So, yeah, what did you say? What did you say? Okay. Yeah.
Yes, sir, we
Yeah.
can hear
Yes, sir,
you.
we can hear you.
Okay. All right. So
Yes, sir,
now,
we can hear you.
so as I was saying, the reason why we are using all this is so that in case we cannot get these questions answered. So once we've used some of these platforms and forums to answer these questions here, excuse me, what then do we begin to do? We begin to write our copy. Do you understand? Copies that our customers can resonate with. So that is what I'm going to teach you tomorrow. Structures to write a good Janice copy. I'm going to give you two actually. One is for testimonial-based copies and one is for non-testimonial-based copies. So that is what we are going to discuss tomorrow. So we are going to end today's class here. But before we do, any question, if you have questions, please ask your questions. Yeah, who has a question? Any question?
So I have a question.
Yeah, go on, please. Your name, please.
My name is Ayo.
Okay,
The
Ayo, yeah,
question
go on.
is,
Are you using the earpiece too?
no.
So are you far away from your speaker?
Yes, I think I am.
Yeah, try and move closer to your speaker. I can't hear you properly.
Okay, so the question that I have is, can you hear me clearly now?
Yeah, I can hear you clearly.
Is that if you are working for, like, if you want to write a testimonial based, what are they calling now? A copy testimonial based. Is it compulsory that you use the testimonial of someone you know, or probably the testimonial of probably the ones that Janice may send to us, or we can just use any testimonial?
You can just come up with your own stories as long as there's disclaimer at the end. I'll show you guys like how you can put disclaimer that this story is just for, it's not like there's one legal disclaimer we had, you understand? So you can come up with the characters. And if you can get the Janice testimonial, the problem is a lot of, how many people will be struggling from diabetes and want their faces to be on the internet? Do you understand? Even though they've gotten solution and their blood sugar is now low and LD, like they won't want their picture. It's not something to be proud of, that this thing. So it's rare to find customers that want their faces to be on this thing. So most times that's why we come up with our own testimonial copies. But make sure that disclaimers are on it. Do you get? Do you understand me? Ayo. Ayo. Guys, can you hear me?
Yes, sir. I can hear you.
Ayo, do you understand? Do you understand me?
Yes, I do.
Okay, all right. So any other question? Any other question before we end today's class? So nobody has any question. Wow, that's good though. Okay, Paul Ofem, you have a question.
Howdy, sir. Good morning, sir.
Good morning.
I'm John Otibe Michael.
Okay, yeah, go on. Ask your question.
Please, in writing all this, can we use pidgin in some cases?
Yeah, one thing about pidgin is definitely you can use pidgin, but one thing about pidgin you should know is if you're writing a very long copy, everything can be pidgin. Is reading pidgin from reading very long pidgin, like very long different paragraphs of pidgin stacked together, is a lot of work. Do you understand? So you can infuse pidgin here and there, but don't let it be like, let's say you are writing a 500 word pre-sale. If you write everything in pidgin, it won't convert. Why? Because it's difficult for people to read that long pidgin. But then if you just open let's say you just infuse pigeon here and there. Pigeon is just like 5% of your pre-sale copy. It will still do well. Just answer
Sir,
your
thank you,
question.
sir.
Yeah. Any other question before we end the class?
Student Salio.
Any other question?
Good day, sir. This is Ibrahim Hamson Salio.
Okay, yeah, please go on, please ask your question.
On your definition for copyright, you said it can be spoken or written. So if it is spoken, do we follow the same process?
Do we follow the same process? How? Which same process?
Do we follow the same avatar, like?
Exactly. See, if you have to know your target audience always, you have to know your customer avatar. That's the number one thing. You understand? So let's say you have a TikTok account now and you create content for, give me one niche. Give me one niche.
Football.
Okay, you create content around football. You have to know your customer avatar. You have to know things that make them tick. So you can't be making content for football fan and then you're not telling them about Big Brother Nigeria. No. You understand?
Okay.
So
Yes.
if you're making content for football fans, everything you're talking about has to be football related that they can connect to. And obviously, just as I said, copywriting can be spoken. So let's say, for example, now there's a promotion in your video. You already have a lot of followers. You've grown your account. You have 500,000 followers on your TikTok page. You still write down whatever you want to say, or even though you don't write it down, you have it in your head. Then let's say you want to promote something that will be a jersey, for example, or let's say okay, they just released FIFA 24. That's EFC 24. They just released the game and they released Football Manager November 9. Let's say you want to promote something around that. You have to know that it's something your target market will want. Do you get? And then you have to tell them things that they are going to benefit from using that thing, and then tell them to take action. Do you get? So you can get your own commission for every person that buys through your link, something like that. You get?
Okay,
if
sir.
you have a social media account, yeah. So whatever you are doing, you have to connect to your audience. Sorry, how do I put it? Your audience has to connect to whatever you are doing. So that's it. That's to be relatable to your audience. Does that answer your question, Ibrahim?
Yes, sir.
Okay, so any other question? If there is none, let's end the meeting. Any other question? Okay, I think that's all. So have a nice day, guys. Tomorrow I'll show you how to write a pre-sale based on everything you've been taught today, based on after you've had all these questions answered. So have a nice day, guys.
Thank you, sir. Thank you, sir.
Yeah, you are welcome.
Thank you, sir.
You have a question. What did you say?
They're not taking attendance.
Oh yeah, that's true. That's true. Let me take attendance. And some people that have left safe. Okay. Yeah, so I've taken attendance. Have a nice day, everyone.